Hi, I'm Lynn Pedotto with Adaptive Chicago Productions. On today's show, we will discuss employment opportunities for the disability community. I'm joined by Sharon Bojan, who is a cooperative work training teacher at Southside Occupational Academy. Thank you for being with us today, Sharon.
Hello, Lynn, and thank you for having me.
Well, great. Well, let's just jump right into it. First, what is Southside Occupational Academy?
Southside Occupational Academy is a Chicago public high school on the south side of the city. It is a high school geared for students with special needs to help train them to obtain low entry-level jobs and social skills and life skills.
Okay, great. Well, since the mission is to train children with disabilities to get jobs, you've had great success in doing this. Can you elaborate on it?
Yes. So currently Southside is working with 3 hospitals: the University of Chicago Medicine, Mount Sinai Hospital, and Trinity Hospital. These hospitals have opened their doors to allow our students to train and obtain low entry-level skills. They have hired 8 students in the past 2 years that have become full-time or part-time employees.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, it is great. Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Well, how did the program get started?
The program got started about 4 years ago. We had a new principal come in, and it was his idea. His name is Josh Long. He thought, let's use these skills that we have into real workplaces. So he reached out to Stroger Hospital, and then I was lucky enough to be the teacher to go with it. So at first I was thinking oh, this new principal doesn't like me. He's sending me out the building. But it's been the best thing that happened to me and the students.
Was it difficult to get it started? Did you guys have to go through, was it difficult to convince the hospitals?
It was very difficult to have them jump on board. We had to face some union issues. We had to face some background test screening, health medicals. But after these officials and these senior leaders at the hospitals agreed to sit down with myself and my principal and heard the program and saw what our goal was and how we wanted to help the kids, they were more than happy to open their doors and let us have this kind of experience.
Oh, wonderful. So why do you think this program works?
The program works because the senior leadership at the hospitals are just tremendous. They were very open to it. They made sure that staff and other employees of the hospital were open to it. They have supported us. They have given us opportunities, and they really took the initiative in accepting us and letting us do what we came to do.
Oh, that's great. Well, what is a typical day for your students?
So my students typically arrive at the school every day at 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock they go to a homeroom, and then they come to me about 9:10. At 9:10 we then change into blue shirts, uniform shirts, which were identified through the hospital. We get on a yellow school bus, and then we drive to the University of Chicago Hospital or Mount Sinai Hospital, and we have a classroom there, and the students sign in, get job ready, have a lesson focus of the day, and then they each go to different departments of the hospital. I have some students that work in transportation, some students that work in food service, some that work in environmental service, which is janitorial housekeeping, and some that work in security. So they work there and they job train there, and they have a mentor or they have a small group. And then we have lunch there, and then we go back to work in the afternoon, and then about 2:30 we meet back in the classroom, we discuss our day, discuss the goals, and we head back to the school.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. So the kids are there for about 4 or 5 hours?
About 5 hours. We have 2 programs with the hospitals. We have full-day programs, and then we have step-up half-day programs. So the full-day programs are at the University of Chicago and at Mount Sinai, and that's when the students go 5 days a week, 5 hours a day.
Okay.
And then at Trinity Hospital, the students go, it's called the step-up program, where they're learning the basic skills to be able to step into a 5-day program, and that is 2 days a week for about 2.5 hours a day at Trinity Hospital.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's wonderful.
It is. It's
so
great.
They're learning, but it's not everything at once.
Right.
And then ready.
And then that's how we decide who's ready for a 5-day program if they excel at the 2-day program.
Okay. Well, many businesses, they're afraid to hire people with disabilities. In your opinion, why is there hesitancy?
I feel that businesses are a little hesitant because they don't know exactly maybe enough about the disability or about the nature of what they can do and how they can do things. I feel like they also feel like, oh, a student with disability, oh, he might not be able to do this, or she may not be able to do this, or that it might be a lot of work for them to hire a student with a disability. But businesses should know that if their students are trained right and have, good communication skills and good support, they would be very successful in the workplace. As I mentioned, there are 8 working at the University of Chicago Hospital right now, and all of them are doing extremely well, and you would not even be able to know that they have a disability. They fit right in.
And your students definitely, as you said, they're proven, whatever these businesses are thinking, they're proving them wrong every day.
Exactly, and every day they do, and they surprise them every day too. They're one of their best, probably their better employees as well.
I bet. Well, how can people learn more about Southside?
We would love for people to learn more about Southside. We have a website, which is www.southsideoccupationalacademy.org. We welcome phone calls to the school. We set up tours. Our doors are open for new students, parents, families, businesses to come see the school and see what it's about.
Okay, what is that website again?
www.southsideoccupationalacademy.org.
Okay, great. Well, next we're going to be joined by 2 of Sharon's students, and we're going to talk with them and see what their experience is like. So we'll be right back.
Okay.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
With me now are 2 students from Southside Occupational Academy. I'm joined by Jeremy Davis and Alexander Kiles, both of whom work now for the University of Chicago Hospitals. First of all, Jeremy, I understand that you recently graduated from the program at Southside and that you obtained employment. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I work in housekeeping, clean lobbies, take out the trash, and
Do you like it, or do you enjoy your work day?
It's great.
Yeah, and you're earning real money.
Yes, ma'am.
So that must be exciting.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we have Al, who you're currently a student at Southside Occupational Academy.
Yes,
And so how do you like the program?
it's nice.
Yeah, what's your favorite thing about the day?
I love working in food service.
Oh, and food services. So what does that involve?
It involves wiping the tables, doing the trays, and taking out the garbage.
Okay. And then I understand that you hope to be employed when you graduate by one of the hospitals, either Trinity or University of Chicago. When do you actually graduate?
I graduated in 2015.
2015. Okay, so you have a little while longer to be part of the student program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so for both of you guys, was it a hard transition going from school into the hospital, or did it feel easy?
It wasn't hard at all.
So, like the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And is it nice to be with everyone at the hospital, like all the other employees, and is that something that's exciting? You're also with your peers too.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great. I'm so excited for you guys and your future, and I really appreciate your being on the show with us. With me are the students from Southside Occupational Academy and also the 2014 work program students, and they're currently working at the University of Chicago. And we are so thrilled that you guys joined us today. And Sharon, would you like to add any concluding thoughts?
Yes, well, I just want to thank you again for having us. And I just wanted to let everyone know, if they want to know more about our program, you can visit us at www.southsideoccupationalacademy.org and come take a look at the school and take a tour and see how great the school is.
Great. Thank you so much. And
Thank
once
you.
again, thank you for joining us. And do we want to end with a big cheer?
Thank you.
Everybody say thank you. Yay.
Thank you for being with us today. Welcome back. Our next guest, Eric Lopez, has been a community work incentives coordinator and disability specialist for the Chicago Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities since 2004. And he's here to go over things that MOPD offers people with disabilities who want to become employed or may want to be employed in the future. Thank you for joining us, Eric.
Thanks for having me.
Well, great. Well, first of all, a huge concern amongst the disabled is how employment affects SSI and SSDI and other government benefits. What kind of help does your office provide?
Well, we are currently, and for the past 14 years, manage the grant program from the Social Security Administration called the Work Incentive Planning and Assistance Program, or WIPA, W-I-P-A for short, which is actually under the Ticket to Work program. We are charged with making sure that any individual receiving SSI and or Social Security disability that lives in Chicago receives the correct and accurate information related to their own particular situation and benefits as they decide to go back to work, how much can they earn, how many hours, and we don't only concentrate on just the Social Security aspect, but also SNAP, LINK, Medicaid, Medicare, Section 8, all these benefits that can eventually be impacted by an increase of earned income. And so we sit down with the individual one-on-one and anyone that they authorize to be present in the meeting, which are completely confidential. And we go through step by step. You're receiving SSI, you expect to be earning so much, this is what's going to especially happen. And through that in-depth conversation where we do an intake and talk back and forth and eventually culminates in a benefit summary and analysis that the person can take with them as they enter the workforce. But with us particularly is that we're in a central location, and so that one meeting is not the end. People can keep calling, and they actually do call. I got a raise, what's going to happen now? I stopped working. And so we provide a support to individuals to manage their own benefits as they move forward towards a greater financial independence.
Okay, so your department it's there through the long run for whatever, as long as the person is employed or they want to be employed, you're there to help and offer assistance, planning out their future and how it's just going to be affected is what basically I hear you saying.
Yeah, we are available to individual Monday through Friday.
Okay, Monday through Friday.
But as long as they need us, and as long as the program is around.
Okay, that's right, because you said it's grant funded.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Hopefully the grant will be around for a long time, or you get more grants.
Well, it's been around for 14 years. So.
That's awesome. Well, MOPD also provides job training and employment referral services to people. So,
Yes.
what is that process?
It involves as well the in-depth conversation and collecting enough information from an individual to make sure we are providing the appropriate resource and referral, which is why when we talk to individuals, they need to be ready to take down information. They need to be ready to write, because we're giving you access to agencies that we know can assist you in job placement and or job training. You can expect that when you call the office, somebody's going to answer the call. It's not an automated system where you have to press 1, 2, 3 to get whoever. We can talk to people on the spot. We can schedule an appointment. We can meet them at their local restaurant, at the local library, at the Starbucks, McDonald's, anywhere that is convenient for them to obtain the service that they need, we will come to them. So we're fairly flexible as long as the person is willing to put in the effort and is serious about job searching or job placement services.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You guys, it sounds like you provide excellent customer service. So
We try to do our
there.
best
Yeah.
because a lot of times individuals do a call, already infuriated, stressed that they've been given the runaround.
Yeah.
So, which is why we try to calm the situation, because if they're calling because they're looking for employment, we don't want to instigate that discouragement of, well, forget it, nobody's trying to help me. So we try to stop that from happening to make sure that they receive a courteous, appropriate service as they try to continue.
Well, okay, moving on, MOPD's website refers to identify barriers to training and employment. So what do you mean, and how do you help prospective employees or even current employees identify barriers? How do you do that for them?
It's a case-by-case basis. Each individual has their own needs and accommodation needs. And so through that intake process and through what the individual self-identifies are or is their limitations and disability, we try to provide knowledge and education on, well, how would you do this certain task? And then we refer, if they need some training on their legal rights, how to request reasonable accommodations, how to mitigate any issues that may come up with an employer, prospective employer, through our partners on their ticket to work. And so it all comes to information sharing. You know, the individual has to be willing to answer the questions that are being asked because they're being asked for a particular reason.
Okay. That sounds really, sorry, it sounds really, sounds like it's really useful. And do a lot of people, take advantage of this service?
A lot of, we are connected with many providers throughout the city, which has developed and we've cultivated from the inception of the WIPA program, that are in constantly referring their own customers to us for benefits counseling.
Okay.
We get constant calls on the phone. I'm looking for employment. I'm looking for job training. And so we try to be available to individuals as best we can with the number of people that we have to serve, which is every individual receiving benefits that resides in Chicago.
Okay. And how many different partners does MOPD work with? I know a lot of this is outsourced.
The job placement services and job training services are provided by, there are currently under Ticket to Work around 25 or so agencies that provide services. The individual are counseled to go and read up on these particular agencies under the Ticket to Work website. Okay. And then we try to refer, if we find out that somebody's a veteran, a disabled veteran, we would guide them towards agencies that specialize in providing services to disabled veterans. If somebody's deaf or hard of hearing, then we do that as well. And so the number of agencies are always changing due to their own individual financial constraints, but we always rely on a handful of agencies. Our largest referral that we give out is Division of Rehabilitation Services, and particularly for job training assistance.
Okay. So chances are there's going to be a fit out there for someone who's going to be able to help them with whatever they want to do.
There is, yes.
Okay, great. Well, you saw that earlier we had students from Southside Occupational Academy and also their teacher Sharon were here to discuss the success they've had getting these kids jobs. But unfortunately, kids age out of the school system at 22. So does MOPD provide any kind of coordination or referral services for young adults who have aged out?
Well, I want to say that the program at Southside is a wonderful example of private and nonprofit and school working together to provide opportunities for young adults with disabilities, which is where we should really grab individuals at, rather than waiting for them to be in their mid-30s and 40s and start the process then. So that's a perfect example. We work with transition age youth in providing benefits counseling, because there's different rules for students on SSI once they're still students. But once they turn 18, legally they are an adult, and we will work with them as adults. And so we will provide them the service connection that they need. We don't service manage, we don't case manage in the typical sense of a case management agency. But we will provide them assistance as best we can in terms of managing their benefits once they turn 18. We will talk with because they're legally an adult, unless their parent or somebody else is not a legal guardian or the representative payee for Social Security purposes, we have to speak with that individual directly.
Okay.
Because they're, under the eyes of the law, they're an adult. And so they can approve a parent to be present in the meeting.
Okay.
But it's a case-by-case basis. There's no one recipe to provide services for individuals, because each person's needs are different. And so we try to massage the services based on that person's needs.
Okay. And is that something, if they're starting at age 18 and say they're going through Southside,
Yes.
and they're learning valuable job skills, is that a conversation that probably should start when they're 18 so that they can start preparing for when they age out of the school system, so that they know like what's going to be changing? And
typically transition for our program begins at 14.
Oh, 14.
14
okay.
and over. And so that's when parents should start asking the questions. And
Okay.
students, 14 is early for a student to be thinking, what am I going to do at 19?
Mm-hmm.
But if the parents start the process of collecting information, I think it becomes less of a burden when they turn 18 and they start asking what's next.
Okay.
And incidentally, we also do provide 2 annual transition fairs out of our office, which the next one will be November 15th, which is a Saturday, where a lot of agency providers will be present to provide information on programs and services once that student comes out of high school, whether it's 18, 19, 20, or 22. And so the event is open to the public. Information will be going out to the schools, but it is November 15th, and
Okay.
Workshops and access to providers.
Okay. And what time is the
The event is on the 15th of November. It is 8:30 to 1:30.
Okay.
A hot break. One of our advertising is hot breakfast provided.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the family is welcomed. So if you have children, bring them along. And so we spend a half a day going over different issues. And parents can get together. And parents that are further along in the process can provide guidance. This is what I did for my son. Why don't you give that a try? And a lot of times that alleviates the stress that parents have.
Okay. And do parents need to register, or is it just...
They can call our office at 312-746-5743
Okay.
And say they would like to register for the November 15 event and to attend, and we will take down the registration information, what school the student attends, and how many people are coming.
Okay.
And there's no cost.
Oh, wonderful. And breakfast.
And breakfast, yes. And raffles and free parking,
Okay.
free limited parking.
Well, hopefully parents will contact your office
Yes.
and sign up for this workshop.
I hope
And
they do.
thank you so much, Eric, for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Anytime, thanks for having me.
And this is Lynn Pedotto for Adaptive Chicago Productions. Thank you.